Hi, I'm Wanda Alger, and I want to tell you about a conference that's coming up here in Winchester, Virginia, February 24 and 25. It's called Pastors, Prophets, and Intercessors, Bridging the Gap. You can find out more about it if you go online at transformwinchester.com, and you can also find us on Facebook under Pastors, Prophets, and Intercessors. It's free, but there is a registration because space is limited. So I want to tell you about the conference. It's going to be me along with Bill Yount from Hagerstown, Maryland, a nationally recognized prophet, Brian Francis Hume, who's a writer, revivalist, intercessor from the Northern Virginia area near Washington, D.C., and then my husband, Bobby Alger, is pastor here at Crossroads, and myself. So you might be wondering, why are we calling together pastors, prophets, and intercessors? Well, you know, in Ephesians it says that the church is built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, and then all the other gifts function together as one with that foundation. We're talking about being an apostolic and prophetic people, but oftentimes the prophetic kind of gets lost in the mix. The fact is, the American church as a whole is not built on the foundation of apostles and prophets. A lot of churches are led by pastors and teachers, and that's where some of the disconnects are. That's where some of the gaps are. You know, personally, I've been an intercessor most of my life, and in more recent years, I've become a prophetic voice to the church. And you know, there's a lot of challenges in a local congregation as to how the prophetic and intercession sometimes fits into that. Through the years, as people have come through our church, I've heard a lot of disillusionment from people who operate in the prophetic, not knowing how they fit in, even people who feel like their prophetic gifts may not be welcome, or that pastors don't understand them, and they reject them. But being married to a pastor, I kind of see another side, and that is pastors who don't know what to do with us prophetic people. The language we have, our perspective on things, and how we're supposed to fit into a local congregational setting, those are the questions. Those are the communication gaps. You know, we're going through a lot of changes as a nation, some new administration coming in the White House. And I believe there's some new administration that needs to come to God's house. And that is that relationally, we come together and we learn to understand how we're wired, how we're gifted in intercession, in the prophetic, to hear a pastor's heart and what their concerns and questions are. You know, as we've talked these last couple of weeks, Brian and Bill and Bobby and I, we're really excited about what God has in store for this conference. In recent weeks, some prophetic dreams and words actually brought us together in an unusual way. And as we began to share, we saw some common denominators. And we really believe that this conference is going to provide some healing and some reconciliation where it's really needed. So maybe you're involved in pastoral ministry. Maybe you're an intercessor. Maybe you're prophetic at some kind of degree. We want you to come. We want you to be a part of the discussion. We want to share in the process of how we fill these gaps, how we learn to build trust again, and how to be active in a local congregation so that we can build the body of Christ and be one, built on the foundation of apostles and prophets. So as I said, information can be found online at transformwinchester.com. You can find us on Facebook under Pastors, Prophets, and Intercessors. There's no registration fee, but because space is limited, we ask that you do register online. You'll find those links there. And I'll be posting updates as the time gets closer. So please share this information. We hope to see you there. Let's do our part in bridging this gap. All right, thanks.